Did you want to go by? I could rename you.
You can leave the caller one. It don't matter.
Okay,
Nigerian, whatever.
okay. You see, well, you said Nigerian.
You could whatever. If it's easy to just leave it at caller one, that's cool.
But are you Nigerian?
I'm part Nigerian. One of my parents.
I'm gonna do a caller one in. So
Yeah.
are you the other part FBA?
Nah, it's Black American, African, Black African American. I ain't FBA.
No. Okay, brother.
Like,
Listen.
I don't play like that, bro.
Okay,
like, yo, that's y'all speaking.
Wait,
y'all trying to remix.
Just hold on. I'm just trying to understand. Are you Nigerian and Black American? Like somebody came, like another parent could trace their lineage to slavery.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're also listen. We will call that FBA. You don't got to call it that. What I'm saying is, for the sake of just unison, that we will call you FBA, even though you wouldn't call yourself that. Like for example, you ever heard of the Hebrew Israelites?
Yep.
Okay, so the Hebrew Israelites will call you an Israelite whether you believe it or not. The Nation of Islam will call you a Muslim whether you believe it or not. So why does it change with us? We're going to call you FBA because of what you just said, whether you agree or not. So nothing changes. The Hebrew Israelites will call you Israel. The Nation of Islam will call you Muslim. The Moors will call you a Moor. And FBAs, we will call you FBA. That's all. You don't got to agree to the term, but just know, for the sake of clarity, like, you will be eligible if it was such a thing. Okay. That's all. So I wasn't arguing with you. You know what I mean? I'm just talking to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're a little hostile. All right. So anyway, brother, whatever's in your mind, go ahead, bro. It's all you.
Nah, I just don't understand why it got to change. Why we got to remix it again? Like, what's wrong with just Black American or African American? Why we got to be some? You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm not understanding that.
I got you. So earlier, I was playing. So okay. So let me give you the white Republican conservative position on that. So are you familiar with, there's a reparations claim or even discussion in America, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the white Republican conservative position is, we're not going to pay everybody who claims to be Black reparations. The white Republican conservative position is, we're only going to pay those who actually can trace their lineage to slavery. That is the white Republican conservative position.
Okay.
So watch this. So as foundational, I call myself foundational Black American and ADOS and American freedom, all interchangeable. But listen, the greater point is this. The greater point is that all Blacks that come to this country, when they apply for something, they don't get to, if they come from Nigeria, Nigeria is not on the application or the form. Haiti is not on the form. Not Brazil. It's going to say Black African American. Do we agree so far?
Yes, we agree.
Okay. So even though they're actual Haitian, right? Even though they're potentially a Dominican brother, even though they are a Nigerian brother, they will have to select Black African American, right?
Yes. For more than likely, yes.
Well, yeah, that's the only option. There's no Nigerian there, but it's only Black African American. Because you got to select non-Hispanic.
Only reason I said more than likely is because sometimes they do have little ethnic things where, because you got to speak it, because like Haitian people talk, with the French Creole, and
Hey,
Cape
bro,
Verdeans, they got,
I've,
you know, so
I've never seen that. And bro, I work in housing. Okay, so all
yeah,
these people I'm talking about, they got to apply for housing, right? And I work in housing.
yeah,
They got to apply for housing, and the only thing there for them is Black and African American. That's it. There's no Creole. There's no nothing but Black.
yeah.
And the housing is federal. Okay,
Yo, hold on.
as far as
I'm just saying, bro. Can I
yeah,
say something real quick?
yeah, sure,
I'm
sure.
saying, I just, like I said, more than likely. So I'm agreeing with you. Most of the time, that's not
Yeah,
going to be the case. But I'm just speaking from what I know, because you asked me. I'm telling you, sometimes
I
it gets
got you.
specific,
So
but it don't
you
really
gave a
matter. It
rare.
don't really matter. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say
No,
is,
it
I
no,
got you.
well,
You know what I'm
it
saying?
does matter for the people. No, I got you. But caller one, it does
Yeah,
matter for the people who gotta pay. So, brother, if I crash into your car, right? Uh, I'm sorry.
listen.
I'm no, look, I'm a remix it. If you crash into
Yeah,
my car, and if it's only me in the car, and I go to sue you, right? You can respect that.
yeah,
You can say, okay, fine, this guy gonna sue me. But you're not gonna respect my sister saying she was in the car and when she wasn't, right?
yeah.
Okay. So that's how white Americans think also. So white Americans, they only want to pay if they have to pay. So that's the if. If they have to pay reparations, they only want to pay to those that they believe is deserving. That means they have a lineage to slavery. They're not going to pay Haitians, Jamaicans, Nigerians, Sudanese people, or people from Ghana or Burkina Faso. They ain't paying them. They're going to pay the people who were harmed, or the descendants of the people who were harmed. So that matters.
Yep.
Okay, so that's why we have to come with a different term than Black or African American, because every Black that comes into the country qualifies for a Black person or African American, in spite of the fact that they are not descendants of those who were harmed. Does that make sense?
Yes. No, actually, that's what I want to say, bro. Like, it sounds good, but yo, if it was about reparations, bro, how the heck would somebody that's not American, a foreigner, like, how would they get involved in that? How would they even know about that, bro? That would be a Black American thing. They wouldn't. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Y'all are like making it seem like everybody wants this, like it's gonna slip through the cracks and they're gonna get more than us. Like, yo, if that I don't even see how that is even possible. Like,
I
how? You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
I know what you're saying, bro. Because I heard this shit a million times. I
Wait,
remember
no, no,
Yvette
no, no.
Carnell and them
So
came.
let me ask.
Okay,
Wait.
okay, go
So let
ahead,
me
go
ask
ahead.
you a question, because you're not talking to Yvette
Yeah,
Carnell. You're not talking to
yeah.
Tariq Nasheed. Okay, you're talking to
I know
Abad
that, bro.
Iran. Okay, okay.
I know that.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, I believe I go deeper than them. I believe I do
Okay.
more research than them. Okay. Watch this.
Yep.
Watch this. Nigeria. Are you familiar with
Yep.
that country?
Yes.
What is their negative stigma?
Scamming.
Okay. So if Nigerians come to America, you don't think they will say, hey, what about me with reparations? You don't think that's going to be a problem? You don't think that's going to be an issue?
How many people you think is really going? You think? You
Okay.
think you need to tell me a college?
Hey,
Hold on,
bro. Wait,
hold on, bro.
Hey,
Hold
hey,
on. You
bro.
ask me a question, you won't let me answer.
All right,
You ask me a question, you will not let me answer.
go ahead, because
You
I
know what I
already know
mean?
where you're going.
No,
Go ahead.
well, how do you know where I'm going? I'm damn near forgot the question. You know what I'm saying? I say, yo, what I'm trying to say is this, bro. Yeah, there might be Nigerian scammers, but you mean to tell me a college professor that's Nigerian or a Nigerian doctor is going to be running around trying to scam or somebody reparations? Like, come on, bro. Like, you know
Yes,
it can happen.
yes, yes, yes.
But let me ask you this,
Okay.
right? So
Wait,
you mean to tell me that's going to throw the, let me
wait.
ask you this
Let
real
me
quick.
respond to
Go
that
ahead, go
first.
ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. I got to respond to that. So let's go back to the car
Yep.
accident. Car accident.
Okay.
I don't care if it's only one Nigerian to say, hey, what about
Yep.
me? Do you think a white American wants that one Nigerian who's undeserving of reparations to get reparations? Do you believe that?
So I believe what?
Okay, I'll say it again. You
Yeah.
said
Say it again.
you said how many Nigerians are going to start claiming that they need reparations as a scam? And I'm
Yeah.
asking you, let's say if it's
Yep.
only one. Let's say if it's only
Okay.
one. Let's say I'm wrong, you're right. Only one Nigerian, only one African will actually scam and try to tag onto reparations. Do you think white Americans want to pay that one scammer reparations money?
I don't, first of all, I don't even think it's be about white Americans, bro. It's going to be between black Americans and whatever corporations or whatever,
Bro,
whoever has something to do
okay,
with that. It's not about the public, bro. That's my opinion.
wait.
That's my
Okay,
opinion,
okay.
and I'm telling you. Like,
I
you know
got
what I'm
it.
trying to say?
I got it.
And you won't let
Wait.
me talk. So it's
Wait.
like,
Okay, wait. No, I
yeah,
will, but
yeah,
I
man.
want you to be educated on the topic. Okay, so
I am
when
though, bro. I am.
okay, all right. So let me ask you this. So when we're
Yeah.
suing for reparations, who do you
Yes.
believe we're suing?
For one, it's gonna be banks. It's gonna be certain
No,
insurance companies. It's gonna be certain.
That's wrong. That's wrong. So I'll
Okay.
try
Okay.
again.
Okay.
I'll ask
Who
again.
you supposed to go to?
Okay, you
Okay. Go
see,
ahead.
so you got to humble yourself, brother. We're
I
not
am, bro.
suing
I'm
bank.
answering your question.
Okay, got
Okay.
it.
Who we sue? Who do you
We're
sue?
not okay. Let me tell you who we're not suing. We're not suing banks. We're not suing ex plantation owners. We're
Okay.
suing
Who you
the
suing?
United States government. So you need
Okay.
to know that going forward. We're not suing states and cities and towns. We're suing the government, and I'll tell you why. Because states, their money fluctuates. States get sued, by the way. States lose money, they gain money. Alabama and Mississippi are some of the poorest states in America. You won't get much money from them. Okay. So, but the American government, they have the the most money in America. Ain't no state can compete with them. Okay. This is why they win their cases 85, 90% in court. Because they have the resources, i.e., money. So we're not going to the small fish. We're going to the big fish because the big fish was compliant and the big fish had ignored and allowed these state laws and city policies to overrule federal government constitutional laws. So we are suing federal government, not the banks, not some Negro, not some white guy in Mississippi, the federal government, who has all the money, by the way. The federal government is responsible for all the money that the country takes out, bring in, all that, not the states. So you got to understand federalism. Federalism is a thing. It's not made up by unbiased sports. That's a real or biased drawn. That's a real thing. So we're suing the federal government who money does not disappear or fluctuate. That thing is constant. Okay. And they took out their troops, their Union troops. They took out their Union troops in the South, knowing that Black Americans will be subjective to these hateful, destroyed Southerners. And they gave us no protection. And they allowed these guys to have Jim Crow for over 150 years, marginalizing us and depriving us and stripping us for wealth. So no, we're suing the federal government first, not only, not that's just first and foremost. We're coming to states and cities and even Africa later. But first and foremost, federal government.
Let me ask you
Okay,
this, right?
go ahead.
How can a foreigner, right, especially a cat that don't even speak English good, he don't know his way around like that, right? He a cab driver.
Right.
How you gonna prove that his lineage go back 200 years? How you gonna prove that, bro?
Okay, good question. All right, brother. First of all,
I'm
if
listening.
he can't, okay, if he can't, and he can't, I know he can't. If he can't even show that he has Southern roots, he's done because
So why you worried
90%.
about it?
Wait. You asked the question. Let me answer. Let me finish the answer.
Yep. All right,
Ninety
my bad.
percent of us, 90% of FBAs have Southern roots. So most
Yeah.
foreigners, okay, watch this. Let me share something with you.
Mm-hmm.
The foreigners, the immigrants, the black foreigners today, that's in America, they are in New York and Florida more than any place else in the country. Florida and New York, millions. They're not in Mississippi, North Carolina, Virginia, i.e., the slave states. So they have no historical background in the slave states. So it's so easy to prove they're not us because they can't date back to a slave state. For example, bro, I was born in New Jersey, right? But if you trace my lineage, it goes back to Mississippi, North Carolina, okay, and other slave states. So I can literally easily trace my lineage to 1860, 1860s, 1840s. A foreigner cannot do that. Most of them can't trace their lineage past 1980. So this is an easy resolution because we know how to.
That's why.
Go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why there's no need to come up with ADOS and FBA and the next one and the next one, because like you just said, we have to, because if we don't change it up, if we don't specify, then they're gonna be paying everybody. You just said it yourself. How are they gonna get paid if they can't prove that they go back there? So that's what I'm trying to say, bro. That's my whole thing.
Let me answer that question.
I mean, I'm not tripping.
Wait. So let me answer that. Hey, bro, just because they can't prove it doesn't mean they won't make an attempt to collect. So what we got to do, that's why we create.
Come on, man.
Wait, hold on. Hey,
come
bro.
On, bro. That's conspiracy theories for no reason.
No.
Come on, man.
Hey, bro.
Let me say this right quick.
Wait. No, wait. I gotta respond first. I gotta respond.
All right.
Because you say conspiracy theories, bro. You're not more scientific. I don't know you from a paint in the wall, but you're not more scientific literate than me at all on no level, my boy. Okay? I'm okay. Wait. I'm not done. I'm not done with my little 30-second rant.
I'm listening, man. I'm listening,
okay,
bro. Listen.
So conspiracy theories. Okay, watch this. Conspiracy theorists are typically anti-science. I'm talking to you now. You're not more scientific literate than me on no level at all. I will cook you on chemistry right now. Okay, so I'm not a conspiracy. Wait. You gotta let me finish my thought. I'm not a conspiracy.
Man. I'm listening, bro.
Okay, I'm not a conspiracy theorist because I'm pro science and I'm pro chemistry, my boy. I will cook you on chemistry right now, live for everybody. So stop. All right. Now I'm not a conspiracy theorist because I'm pro science. Go.
Only reason I said, because I didn't mean it literally, but I just said it because it's like you don't even got no information to go off, and we got to get this whole hysteria that the Africans is going to take out reparations and the Jamaicans is, and you know what I mean? And this is what I was going to say, right? So you got mad people, right? We already in the same communities, right? So all these black people going to get their reparations, and what they not going to spend it with Jamaicans and Haitians. A lot of these cats is married to Haitians, like my parents. But one of my parents gonna keep her bread away from the other one. Like, we already intertwined, so it really don't matter, bro. Like we doing a lot of nothing, and it really, I think cats don't really want to do the hard work. I think we just want to bicker back and forth and dish other black people because that's easy. Yo, the hard work is getting bread together, meeting up with each other, building.
Wait.
Strategizing.
Wait.
Right?
Wait.
Wait. No? Am I wrong? Am I wrong, bro?
Yes.
Am I wrong? Did I say something wrong? All right, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead. Put me on. Give me right,
seconds.
bro.
I'm 5 seconds.
Okay.
Getting bread with who? You said getting bread. You said getting bread together. Getting bread with who?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, us, the community, right? The community, right?
No. Define the community.
You don't need the black community, bro. Black Americans.
No. When you say black, When you say black, right?
Americans, bro. Americans,
no. Don't say Americans. See, this is why.
Bro, you know who I'm talking about. You know
exactly
who I'm talking about.
No. Hold on. Brother, listen.
I didn't say Jamaicans, bro. I didn't say Caribbean. I didn't say African, bro. Like, come on, bro. You heard what I said.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Like, come on, man. Like,
wait. Hold on.
We too old.
Wait. Just relax.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay, brother. You said black community, right?
Yes.
Okay, are Jamaicans black?
Yes, but that's not who I was talking about. That's why I didn't include them. I'm being specific
Hold
with
on,
my
hold
language,
on,
bro.
hold on. I'm not done. Are
Yeah,
Nigerians black?
yes.
Are Haitians black?
But then I said, yes,
Wait,
but
wait,
I
wait,
said Black
wait. Okay,
Americans,
okay,
bro.
okay. Hold on. Wait, yeah. Hold on, hold
Like,
on.
come on, man.
Wait, wait, wait,
Yo,
wait,
yo, are you
wait,
being
wait, wait,
serious
wait,
or like?
wait,
I'm
wait,
like,
wait.
cause I'm
Call on
not
one.
joking, man. I'm like, I'm
Call on
not a
one. Hold
kid.
on.
I'm not a little
Call on
kid.
one. Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on one. Hold on. Hold on.
yeah.
Brother, let's talk. Listen. You're the one dominating the conversation. You talk is my
Okay,
turn, and you're over me now. I'm just
okay, man. My
laughing,
bad.
having
My
fun.
bad. My bad.
Okay. Okay.
My bad, bro.
So you said the black community, and you left it
Yes.
at that. And I just asked you,
Okay.
are
Yeah.
Haitians black, are Jamaicans black, or Nigerians black? You said yes. See, you're adding the confusion because and this is why it's important to say ADOS so there's no confusion. This is why it's important to say FBA or American Freedmen. Therefore, there is zero confusion. You're not considering those three ethnic groups that I just mentioned. That's why it's that important. So I just proved my point with you added to the confusion. Because when you said the black community, that means nothing. That's any black person in America. And
Yo, I don't know if you
okay,
heard me right. Go
yeah,
ahead.
okay. So
I don't know
then
if
you
you heard
said,
me, but I.
wait. So there's one more second.
Yeah.
Then you said, nah, I
Yep.
meant black Americans, bro. But I thought we
Yeah.
just agreed. I thought we just agreed that Nigerians, Jamaicans, Haitians, they also select black African American. So you still didn't
But but
you
but I'm trying to say
you
though,
go ahead.
for the point of the conversation, that's why I was saying that. You know what I mean, we're not filling out paperwork right now. You know what I'm saying? We know when we talking about Black Americans, we know who we talking about, bro. We should know. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me say this,
No,
bro.
we
If I go
don't know.
outside right
We
now,
don't know. Be
oh
specific.
yo,
Like
let me say,
why I
can I
gotta
say this right
guess?
now?
That's confusion. Go ahead.
Why are you guessing? Let me say this, right? If I go outside right now, right, and I see to any person and say, yo, you see that FBA dude across the street? You see that ADOS dude across the street? You see that Freeman dude across the street? You think they gonna know what I'm talking about, bro?
Okay,
Everybody's not
wait.
online all the
Okay,
time, bro.
wait. So now let me respond.
And nobody I know in real life,
Wait.
in real life knows those terms, bro.
Okay,
Nobody
okay,
I know
cool,
in real
cool,
life
cool,
knows those
cool.
terms.
Of course, they're cool. Let me
So
respond. Wait. No,
I'm the one
Let me
that
respond.
don't know
Wait.
English.
Let me respond. Let me
Go
respond.
ahead.
You
Go ahead.
called in. You called in. I'm being
Yep.
fair. You're being unfair. Okay.
Why?
Because you're not sharing the mic. Now, bro,
Okay,
if
my
you
bad,
go,
bro. My bad, but
okay,
I'm trying to
if
respond
you
to you
go,
though.
okay, no, but you gotta listen in order to respond correctly. Okay, so if I
All
go
right.
to my Chinese neighbor and say, look at
Yep.
the African American right there, and I point to a dark
Yes.
skinned man. Okay,
Yep.
listen. If I go to my Chinese neighbor and say, look at the African American, and I point to a dark skinned man, does that Chinese person know whether that person is Nigerian, Jamaican, or a Black American? Do that Chinese person know?
Probably not. No.
Okay,
No.
now watch this.
Okay.
Watch this. If I go to that same neighbor and say, look at that Jamaican man. When I say Jamaican man, is that Chinese person confused that that person is not from Jamaica, he's from Nigeria or America? Is he confused?
I don't see why they would be
Okay.
if you tell them
You
that they're
see?
Jamaican.
Okay, cool. I don't know if you caught it. You see how I said African American and he couldn't
Yeah.
discern whether that dude was Jamaican, Nigerian, Black American. But once I said, look at that Jamaican man, he knew that this guy is from the country only, Jamaica, not Nigeria, not America. You see how when I say Jamaica, it's exclusive to all other blacks. I'm pointing to a specific black person only. If I say, look at that guy, that Sudanese man, Ethiopian man, Eritrean, Nigerian, you only think about that country and those countrymen. You don't think about other blacks of the diaspora or the continent. But if you say, look at the African American, that can be the diaspora, that can be the continent, that can be people in actual Black America. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand, yo. Bro, I got you. I got you fully. I understand your logic, and
Okay,
I'm
so
not saying that
respond to
you're
that.
wrong. I'm just
Okay, but okay, okay, respond to that.
that's what I'm trying to do. My response is we talking about proving your lineage back to America for centuries. That's what we're talking about. Now, how does that matter with somebody in the street looking at people, bro? You know what I'm trying to say, bro? Like,
No,
why
I
does it
don't.
matter to the Chinese person? Why does that matter to the Chinese? So what you
Okay.
want? So what are you trying to say? You want people to be like, all right, yo, AUS is a totally different. Like, yo, bro, the Black American is the group. That's the name. Like, so what is confusing? We know who we are. You know who you are, right?
No, it should not.
Right?
No,
You know who you are, right?
wait, hold
Do
on.
you know who you are, bro? Or somebody's gonna throw you off because
Hey,
they
hey,
throw their flag up. Now that confuses you. I'm asking you a
hey,
question, bro. Or I'm the only one
I
that gotta
got it.
answer questions.
I got it. But caller one, you can't bully me to a response that you
My
want to
bad.
hear.
My bad, bro. My bad.
Yeah,
That's how we talk, man.
I
How old are
know
you, man?
that. That's how.
I ain't no little boy.
Okay.
I
So
ain't
you
no little
asked how
boy.
old
So
I
that's
am.
how we talk, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You asked how old I am. I'm 47. How old are you?
No, we said I'm a couple years younger than you. Like, come on, man.
Okay.
We talking.
Okay. Okay. Hold on.
And you from
Okay.
Jersey? Come
Oh
on, bro.
yeah. So hold on now. So you see what happens? I'm
What?
47.
What?
I don't sound like it, and I don't look it. I don't sound like it, and I don't look it. Okay, that's why folks got to ask me all the time how old I am, because when they ask that question, they think I'm actually younger than what I am. I know. When they ask me that question, I know they believe I'm younger than what I am. That's why I pump my chest and say 47, 1977, December 15th. All right. So I sound younger and I look younger than I am. Okay. I got 30-year-olds howling at your boy. You dig? Okay. So now let me go.
All
So
right.
let me move on. Let me move on from there.
Yep.
You dig? I'm just blessed with those type of those FBA genetics. So now you just said, I know it. You just said I know it's confusing. Now, some folks are religious. Some folks are religious. Some Black folks are religious. So let me speak to them.
Yep.
They know Romans 14:33. God is not the author of confusion. They know
Mm-hmm.
that. So anybody who believes in
Yep.
God, they know God does not stamp confusion. You just said, I know it's confusion. Okay, God recognized confusion and he associated that with the devil. Okay, I'm not religious, but I know my religion. Okay, my textbooks, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. I'll cook anybody. Okay, so anyway, God's not the author of confusion. I think it might be 34. It might be Romans 14:34. Okay. But the point is, confusion is seen in the Bible as a bad thing. You said confusion in the Bible, God looks at confusion as a satanic thing. I just want to highlight that. Now, if you're not religious, then just omit that. But if you are, dude, you got to be held to that. All right. So now, my name is Unbiased Ron. I pride
Mm-hmm.
myself to be a a translator, not educator, because I'm not. I don't have no degrees. I don't have no associates. I don't have no bachelors. I don't have no masters or PhDs. I'm none of that. I'm just a high school graduate that got common sense and know how to research properly. Okay, so I don't want to confuse nobody. I'm not trying to hype myself up. I'm just a regular guy. Yes. Okay. I'm just a regular guy who just smart, right? And I know how to research properly. Brother, if it's confusing, then it's wrong. Let me give you an example. If a police officer, it's going to be extreme, but it's a good example. If a police officer draws his gun on you and say, get out the car,
Mm-hmm.
and say, put your hands up, but the second officer say, put your hands down. So now you got two different commands. You got put and they say I'm going to and they got their hands on the trigger. They're saying I'm going to shoot both officers. The first one saying put your hands up, and the second one is saying put your hands down. That's confusing. That's confusion. And you might die that night based on that confusion. So confusion is a negative thing. Biblically, it's a negative thing in the police force when they pull you over. When you get confused, you die. If you're a black man, regardless FBA or Nigerian or Jamaican, you're gonna die that night if the officers are giving confusing commands. So confusion is not a good thing, bro. It's a bad thing. So for you to say it might be confusing and you kept on with it, no, that's wrong. If this confusion is bad, we need to clear that up so we can understand without confusion. So my thing is, bro, my podcast, I provide no confusion. I pride myself on providing clarity, okay, education, information. I don't add confusion to anything I say. And when I go live, if the chat thinks what I'm saying is confusing, I will have them ask the question, I will rephrase it, or they can call in like you, and I will clear up the confusion. But I don't rest my hat on confusion, and neither should you. But you did that. You
I,
rest your hat on
I,
confusion just now.
you see, okay, that's what you say. But what I'm trying to say about the
You know,
confusion
you
part is,
actually did.
yeah,
You actually did, though.
I did. I know I said that, bro. Now
Okay.
I'm trying to
But you should
elaborate.
never do
I'm
that.
trying to elaborate, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm talking, and the thing about it is you hear words somebody saying, let
No,
them
no, no.
explain what they were
Confusion is
saying
bad,
instead of
bro.
just jumping
Confusion
on the
means
word.
no.
Well,
Confusion
yeah,
equals
what was the
chaos.
context? What was the context? Yeah, but what was the context I was using that word in? You focused on the word, and it's like,
Hey,
what
hey,
was I
hey, hey,
saying?
hey,
What was
bro.
I trying
Hey,
to say when
bro.
I said that word? Huh?
Hey, caller one. Caller one. Can you give me
Yes.
an
What up? What up?
example where can you give me? I will go on mute. Can you give me an
Okay.
example? Can you give me an example of confusion being a positive? I'm on mute. Go.
I didn't say it was a positive thing, bro. I'm not trying to say it was a positive thing. I'm saying I'm using the word in a sentence talking about something. And what was I even talking about? Like, you stuck on the word confusion. If you trying
Yeah,
to get
because
me
that's a bad
unconfused,
word.
I would.
I'm stuck on bad words. But go ahead. Yes,
Okay,
you're right. I'm stuck on
okay,
bad words.
okay. Well, the confusing part is what you making yourself confused because you act like you don't know who's who or what's what. You know what I'm saying? Black Americans don't eat fufu, right? Right? No, you don't hear me? I asked you a question, bro. Like, or did you hang the phone up on me or
Go
something?
ahead, bro. I can't. I'm in the bathroom. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. What I'm trying to say is, it ain't no, it really ain't no reason for the confusion. Y'all acting confused. That's why y'all added new titles and new names, and y'all act like that's not confusing. You know, nobody don't know who ADOS is unless you on Twitter all day or YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all need to stop acting like everybody's hip to that. You know, that's your thing. Yeah, you could remix what we got with what everybody already know. You know, and I'm not, man. I don't know. Hey, yo, I don't know what happened to bro, man. Bro,
You can hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, man. I don't know what happened to you, bro.
No,
I
no.
thought you, I
I'm
thought you hung
saying
up on me.
no. I'm out of range of like Bluetooth. So I'm saying just go ahead and do your thing. I'm coming back in range. How to use the bathroom? So I'm out of range. I'm using the bathroom. So go ahead and
Yeah.
talk your talk.
Yo,
I
all
come back.
right. Hey, yo, I just want to know why the chat, man, like every time somebody asks a question or they don't follow along with your little cult movement, you go start calling people tethers. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all are playing games, man. Y'all not trying to win. That's what I think. That's what I think about y'all FBAs in the chat. Y'all not trying to win, bro. Oh, yo, tethers. Oh, he ain't following. He ain't saying undermining, and he ain't saying what we saying, yo. Oh, he a tether, bro. Like, man, y'all wasting time, bro. This is attention deficit.
Hey.
Like, yo, bro, I sound like I'm playing games, bro. I sound like I'm up here just like trying to argue with you. Well, I sound like I'm up here trying to waste time, bro. Or am I trying to come to some type of understanding? It's definitely a cult, bro. Mr. Muck Muck, the general, is definitely a cult. Because y'all say the same exact thing over and over again.
Hey, bro, can I respond?
Yeah.
Okay, now you just said, so I'm a cookie real fast. You said we say the same exact things. Okay, so are you familiar with are you familiar with Tariq Nasheed?
That's a fact, bro. I know about Tariq.
Wait, bro. I'm asking you a question. Are you familiar?
Yeah,
you said we're a cult and we say the same exact things. Are you familiar with Tariq Nasheed?
Yes.
Okay, what is his stance on vaccines?
That I stopped messing with him when he started talking
no. Hey, bro. Listen. That's not my question.
I don't know about that part. I don't know about that part.
Bro. Okay. So listen and learn. Okay. He is against vaccines. Okay. So he is against vaccines. None of his kids are vaccinated. He's not vaccinated, bro. I'm 100% vaccinated. So now you just said we say the same things. We're a cult. Hey, bro, I don't know what cult that you ever heard of where folks go opposite of each other ideas. He is anti-vaccines. I'm pro-vaccines. Okay, so we couldn't be a cult because we actually disagree. He is vehemently okay. No, it doesn't matter what else. I'm saying right there. Well, it's many. I could point out many things that he's for. I'm against. It's a plethora of things, bro. It's a plethora of things. Like it's a couple guys. Like he defends Carmelo Anthony. I think Carmelo Anthony, he was wilding. Stabbed dude in the heart. I think he's wilding. Okay, so that's another thing. Okay, so dude, you just cooked yourself. You just said we're a cult. We believe the same things. I just gave you two examples of where I disagree with the masses.
Okay, so you now you cooked me because of that, but you want to overlook the whole FBA thing. You weren't talking about FBA before Tyreek. You didn't get that from him.
Wait.
You didn't get that from him, bro.
Okay, so watch this. So how do you identify yourself? So you don't call yourself foundational
Black American, bro.
Wait.
No, Black African American, bro.
Okay. So where did you get? Okay, I got you. Now watch. I'm gonna cook you. Yep. So where did you get that from?
I got that from society, bro. I got that from society.
No. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay. So let me educate you, my boy. You're my son now. You got that from Jesse Jackson. Okay. So Jesse Jackson.
That's a cat, bro. That's a cat.
Okay. So tell me where you got the term African American from, if not Jesse Jackson. Educate me.
Yo, bro, Jesse Jackson. He brought it back. They were saying that before. You can even read Malcolm X and all them. They was talking about that.
Wait. Hey, bro. Let me further cook you, my boy. I'm an ex-FOI member. Listen, bro. Listen.
Okay.
I got my ex. I was a member of the Nation of Islam. They ain't never called themselves African American. Stop lying.
Yo, you never read? Yo, can I ask you this real quick? You never read Malcolm when he was referring to Afro? He said Afro. He said Afro American.
Okay, bro. Look what you said.
I didn't say the whole nation.
Wait. Hey, bro. Listen. I can tell you.
Yeah, bro. I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue.
We're not arguing.
Back and forth. I'm not.
No.
Okay.
Hey, bro. Relax. Listen, we're not arguing. We're dialoguing about history, and we're talking about Malcolm X, which you don't know more about than me. And matter of fact, nobody in the chat, not just you, nobody in the chat know more Malcolm than me. All right. So not just you, nobody in the chat know more Malcolm than me. Now, Malcolm X, when he says Afro, bro, I guarantee you he was out of the Nation of Islam. He was no longer a member.
Okay.
Okay,
All
wait,
right.
wait, wait,
But
wait,
he
wait,
said
wait,
it,
wait,
though.
but wait. But let me finish though, because he's no longer
Yeah.
Malcolm X. He's Malik El Shabazz, my boy. So you gotta get the name right.
Okay.
You said Malcolm
All
X.
right.
Malcolm X denotes a Nation of Islam member, a
Okay, my
registered
bad. My
member.
bad.
Well, no,
You
no,
right.
no, not your
You right.
bad. I'm gonna deal with that right now. I'm gonna deal with that. Okay, so the Nation of Islam, they use the term black, not African, not Afro. The Nation of Islam through Elijah Muhammad, Master Muhammad, they use the term black. The black man is God. The message to the black man was the book from Elijah Muhammad, by the way. Not the African man, not the Afro man. It was called the message to the black man. Yeah, you will get cooked today, my boy. You got the right guy today. Okay, now watch this. Malcolm X is not the author. Wait, hold on. Malcolm X is not the author of the doctrine. Malcolm X is a member of the doctrine. Elijah Muhammad is the author of the doctrine. So you don't use Malcolm X as an authoritative figure. You use Elijah Muhammad, the leader. When Malcolm X spoke, he always said the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches. He never said I teaches. He always said the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches A, B, and C. So you're talking to the right guy, my boy. Like I said, I'm not Yvette Carnell. I'm not Tone Talks. I'm not Tariq Nasheed. I'm biased Ron, and I think I do more research than anybody. All right. So you're talking to the right guy. So he always quoted the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So Malcolm X is no authoritative figure in that aspect. Your go.
Yo, what I was saying is, you said Jesse Jackson was the one that came up with the Afro
Okay,
American
so
thing.
start. Okay, start right there.
All right.
So
All right.
okay,
Yeah, yep. I'm listening.
start right there. Okay, so outside of Jesse Jackson, who else said African American? Go, Brad. Wait, be careful.
I was just telling you. I was just telling you, and you cut me off, and you started preaching about the nation and all that.
Who?
I was telling you, Malcolm said, come on, Malik Shabazz. Malik Shabazz. Yes, he did.
No.
He did. He referred.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, bro. How you gonna tell me what I know? How you gonna tell me what I know, man? You asked me a question. I'm trying to answer you, and you cutting me off, and I don't know what you got going on up here, man.
No. I don't got nothing going on. Hey, bro, I want you to Google this. Okay. So don't rely on me. I'm biased Ron. I want you to Google this. Google African American, Malcolm X, or Jesse Jackson. That's all. While we're talking.
Yo, Malcolm, I'm trying to tell you something, bro. You keep cutting me off. Malcolm said Afro American. What is Afro American?
Okay. Hey, bro. Listen, look what you're saying.
How come I ask you a question and you don't answer me? How come it's like that?
Hey, bro.
How come you ask me a question, I answer it?
Okay.
And I ask you, but you don't answer
I'm
me.
going.
And you
Okay,
say
so you got
dialogue.
look. You said ask you. Look what you said. You said you asked me now, so let me answer. You asked me, let me answer.
Okay.
If Malcolm, first of all, Black Americans never unanimously call themselves Afro American, my boy. You need a history check. Okay, so we never called ourselves on a consensus Afro American. You're talking like a white supremacist right now. Hey, bro, Jesse Jackson.
Man.
Okay, look. This is not hard. Jesse, we have. Hey, bro. No, hey, bro. Show me an application form. Show me a document where it said Afro American. And if you do that, then I'll say I concede. Okay, show me a document.
Malcolm said that.
Okay, look
I
what you're saying.
Reading Malcolm saying that, bro.
Wait.
I remember that.
Hey, look what you're saying.
Man, so I'm
gonna look. Hey, bro, listen. You gotta. I'm listening to you. Okay. You gotta listen to me now. I'm listening to you.
Listening, man.
Okay, listen to me.
Yeah, I'm listening, bro.
You're saying Malcolm.
You.
Okay, so I'm saying I'm giving you that. I don't believe it, but I'm giving that. I'm saying I don't believe he said that, but I'm gonna give you that. Just because Malcolm X, look, listen. Just because Malcolm X said Afro American, that doesn't mean the masses took on that ethnic identity. You're not listening to me now. Wait. Listen to me now.
Okay.
When Jesse Jackson said African American, you know what happened afterwards? Do you know what happened afterwards?
They got popular. That's what
Okay.
happened.
So okay,
He
so watch this.
popularized it.
Okay, so when Malcolm X said Afro-American, did it become popular?
People were saying it. He wasn't the only one
No,
saying
no,
it.
no,
And
no,
that
no, no.
movement at
Hey,
that
bro,
time, people were saying
bro,
it, bro.
I'm asking,
Yo,
bro. Look.
bro. I'm trying to answer you, but
Hey,
you
hey,
like trying
hey.
to catch me up. Like,
Okay,
bro, what
caller
are you
one,
doing,
caller
bro?
one,
Like,
caller
I
one,
mean,
caller one, caller one. Hold on, caller one. When Jesse Jackson said African American, was it on documentations afterwards? Yes or no?
I don't know. I don't know. But if he
Okay.
popularized it, right?
Hey,
That
hey,
means it was
wait,
out before him, right?
wait. Hey,
Wouldn't that mean that?
but
Or you
wait.
try to make it seem
Caller
like he
one,
made that up.
caller one. Slow down,
Yes,
slow
I
down.
hear you. I hear you.
Hey, dude, you gotta, you look. In the underworld, they call it speedballing. Do you know what speedballing is?
Nah, I don't know, bro.
Okay,
I
so
don't
I don't
know.
know what hood you from then. You don't know what speedballing is. You did you from the hood?
Yeah, bro, speedball. You talking about. If you talking about what I think you talk about, then
Yeah.
that's something else.
Okay, but
Okay,
I'm
okay.
asking you, do you know what speedballing is? Yes or no?
Yeah. When you mix that with that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So
And you shoot that.
so okay, so watch this. Why do they speedball? Do you know why they speedball?
I guess it's a upper and a downer. You know what I mean, or whatever. I don't know.
Right, but
I never
why do
messed
they,
with
yeah,
that
you're
stuff.
right, but why do they do it? I'm asking you, why do they do it? What's the logic behind speedballing? Why do they do it?
I don't know, man. I don't mess with that stuff, man.
Okay, cool. You
Tell me, put
don't
me on.
know.
Put me on.
Okay, cool. You don't know. So I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put the chat on. I'm really like that, my boy. Speedballing is where they're not leaning over on a corner asleep. Speedballing is
Yeah.
where they do the upper after the downer, where they're now functional and they're not leaning over being somebody's YouTube viral short. Okay,
Okay.
that's what
Okay.
speedballing is. Okay, so what I'm saying is, dude, you gotta speedball your information. You're going too fast. You gotta slow down too. You gotta mix the downer with your upper. You're too fast. You're too upper. You dig? Mix the downer with it. Relax. It's not that serious. Relax. Okay. So what
All
I'm
right.
saying is this. What I'm saying is this. After Al Sharpton introduced the term African American, African American, those two words, those root words were on application and forms. You said Malcolm X said Afro American, brother. I'm gonna ask you this now. Was after Malcolm
Yeah.
X said Afro American, was Afro American on forms, bro,
I
and
don't know.
application?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
Hey,
know. I don't know.
hey,
I don't
wait.
know.
Okay.
I
So
wasn't
cool.
even making that point.
Pause.
I wasn't even making that point.
Okay. So
All right. All right.
pause. Right. So pause. When you
Yeah, I'm
don't know
listening, bro. There
something,
is.
okay, I got it, but you gotta be
But I
patient.
wasn't making that point though. I wasn't even making
But
that point. So
I'm
you
making
talking about
that
what I
point
don't
though.
know? That's not what.
Well,
But
hold on.
why though? That's
He's
not what I
still
was talking
talking.
about.
Okay, if you listen, you will know why. Because we just talked about terminology. You just said FBA ADOS and American freedmen are new terms. You said that.
Yes.
You said that.
Yes, I did.
And I'm okay. So I'm telling you, African American at the time Jesse Jackson introduced it was a new term.
That's what
So
you're
just
telling me.
because,
Now,
okay, dude, look, you see that just now, bro? You need to speedball figuratively because you're too upper. You need to slow your dopamines down so you can listen and comprehend what I'm saying. Okay, you're too upper, my boy. You need to slow down and ingest in a figurative downer. There you go. Go. Okay.
yo, but you just said
Wait.
Jesse. Okay, go ahead. My bad. I
Wait.
thought you was done. My bad. I
No,
thought I
no,
was. I thought I was
no,
being
no,
down enough.
no.
I'm listening though.
This is addressing my son. Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Go.
Hey,
That's cool. I'm addressing my son. So, bro, what I'm saying the whole time you've been on the call, and I want you to replay it. You've been upper. I need you to speedball. I need you to like be mellowed out. You've been aggressive. You've been hyper the whole conversation when I've been not sharing the same energy. So now what I'm saying to you, bro, is historical. Jesse Jackson, Malcolm X influence was nowhere near Jesse Jackson's, my boy. I don't give a damn what you think. But Malcolm X influence to the public was nowhere near Jesse Jackson's influence to the public. Okay, let's not forget Jesse Jackson ran for president. Okay, so now watch this. So Jesse Jackson reintroduced, you heard my words, reintroduced African American, and as a result of reintroducing it, it became public documents where Black Americans, foundation Black Americans, had to submit to African Americans on forms and applications. Now, you mentioned Malcolm X in adverse to Jesse Jackson. You said Malcolm X said Afro American. I asked you simply, was the term Afro American on the same level as African American in this country? Go.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because you just explained it.
Okay.
This one dude is political. Malcolm X is grassroots. The other dude is political on the news every day.
No. Jesse Jackson.
20 years later.
Wait,
20 years later. Like, come on, man. Like, why you trying to stump me? I thought we was having a convo. You not stumping me, bro. Like, hold on.
Hold on. Wait, hold on.
I'm holding on, man. I'm listening, man. I'm listening.
So, brother, let me upgrade you. Malcolm X was only influential. Now, look, hey, chat, you might not like this. My own chat. But Malcolm X was only influential when he was with the Nation of Islam. When he separated himself from the Nation of Islam.
That was major.
Okay, and he started his own bullshit organization. That organization flopped. Okay, you don't even know what it was called. What was his nation? What was it called?
I forget, bro. I forget. I forget.
Exactly.
Was, I forget. That so shit. What? But that's not what we're talking about, bro. We're talking about FBA.
I'm bringing it home.
We're talking about FBA.
Hey, bro, you need to speedball.
Bring it home, man.
Hey, bro, you need to
come on, stop using that excuse, bro. Stop using that excuse.
Bro, you need to speak.
How come every time every time I respond to you, you tell me speedball?
Because, hey, bro, when you rewatch this, you're gonna see you're extra hyper for no reason.
No, that's me. That's me, bro.
Okay,
that's me. I'm just rapping with you, bro.
But hold on. But white folks would call that ADHD.
Man, maybe that's what it is, man. Maybe that's what I got, bro. It don't matter. I'm talking to you, bro. I'm listening.
I know it's the case. Okay, so what I'm saying is, bro.
I'm listening to you, bro. Like,
look. Okay, so look.
Come on, man. Now you're getting personal. Now it's getting beside the combo and all this craziness, man.
Hey, bro, listen. Just relax, man. It's not that serious, bro. I'm not calling you names. I'm saying that white folks would say you got ADHD. You said it might be the positive.
Man, where the white folks at?
Wait.
It's me and you talking. You talking about white folks.
Wait.
White folks is watching us, right?
Okay, hold on. Just relax. What I'm saying is take your figurative Ritalin, bro. Relax. Just talk to me calmly. I'm not excited. I'm talking calmly to you. I don't have no emotions. I'm neutral. I'm unbiased. Hence my name, Unbiased Ron. I'm talking to you like a chill brother. You're excited. You're upper for no reason. I'm saying relax and calm down. Let's have a decent conversation. Now, the reason why I brought up Jesse Jackson, because you brought up FBA. And you said FBA is new. And I said yes. And so was African American by Jesse Jackson. Now look, hey brother, I'm just asking you a heart-to-heart question. Do you know why Jesse Jackson reintroduced the term African American? That's a yes or no.
I gotta understand. I got an idea of what he was trying to do.
Okay, give me your idea. Give me.
My idea is he was just trying to, some cultural type of roots type of thing. He was trying to get in touch with their roots type of thing, and represent themselves to the world as that group where it's not a color, but but it's representing nations. You know what I mean? That's that's my understanding. You know, but that's objective, bro. So like,
All right, wait,
you know,
okay,
you asking me, and that's all.
Okay,
That's all I'm
okay,
gonna say.
relax. Downer. Take your downer. Take your
Yo,
Percocet.
bro, come on, man. Yo, that nah, you
Okay.
getting funny now because
No,
I'm just
Be,
responding to you like regular,
okay,
and now
but you
you got
gotta stop.
yo, like, come on,
Okay,
bro.
but because I'm saying like once you address me, you gotta stop and let me respond like I did for you. You're not wrong what you just said. Okay, you're not even wrong. I'm not even saying you're wrong. Right? So you keep thinking that I'm against you. I'm saying you're not even wrong what you just assessed. Okay. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you this. You're not even wrong. You're actually right. Okay. So not why. What before Jesse Jackson introduced African American, what were we called prior to that Jesse Jackson label?
Yo,
Get the
when I
out.
was young, right? When I was young, I remember my grandmother calling people colored. You know, I didn't
Okay.
understand that at
Okay.
the time, but I remember that.
Stop.
Yeah,
So which
yeah.
one is more fitting? African American or colored or Negro?
African American,
Okay, so brother,
right?
the okay, listen. Yes, the NAACP. Are you familiar with that organization?
Yes,
Are you familiar with the Marcus
yes,
Garvey UNIA?
yes.
Okay, so the NAACP is called the National Advocacy Association for Colored People. So we were called colored. UNIA, the N stands for Negro. So we were called
Yep.
Negroes and color. And that's why Jesse Jackson said, hey, this is a better terminology, African American. So he introduced a new concept that was better than Negro and color. Does that make sense? No,
Yes.
it's yours. Go. Okay. So now let me explain Tariq.
What's up with the chat, man? You know what I'm saying?
All right, wait,
I just like going.
wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
So Jesse Jackson reintroduced a new term to oppose Negro and color, right?
Yep.
Okay, because he felt like it was more fitting as a better description of us, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now so African American started to not only be tied to descendants of slaves, it started to be also a label for foreigner blacks who were Nigerian, Jamaican, and Haitian. So Yvette Carnell and Tariq Nasheed said, okay, this terminology is no longer just exclusive for descendants of slaves. We share a unique history in this country that foreigner blacks don't. Foreigner blacks in their own country do not experience systemic racism by white people. You know why, my brother? Because in their country, they're all black. They have a different experience than us in this country. That's why they cannot relate when we say racism. There's no white folks in their country calling shots, pulling strings, evidently. Okay. So Tariq Nasheed and Yvette Carnell Tone Talks were wise to say, okay, this terminology, African American, Black American, this is now extended to now foreigner black. So now there's no distinctive, listen, brother, Now there's no distinctive language for descendants of slavery. So, brother, listen, this is simple. So when foreigner blacks come over here and they're called African American, they're called Black Americans. White Americans knew that that will cancel out the legacy of slavery. So there's no terminology that reminds the world that these black folks experienced chattel slavery in America. Because you got Nigerians who are also called African Americans, Black Americans, and they have no experience to chattel slavery. They can't speak to chattel slavery. They can't speak to Jim Crow. They can't speak to sharecropping, uh, vagrancy laws. They cannot speak to that. So by calling foreign blacks African American and Black Americans, white folks in America were successful in erasing the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow. So Tariq Nasheed and Yvette Carnell and Tone Talk were clever enough to say, no, we got to keep the slave legacy in this country alive. So we got to be called something different than foreigner blacks who have not experienced the same slave legacy that we experienced in America. We got to keep the slave legacy alive. We can't let white folks act like it never happened. So we got to come up with ADOS, American Freedmen, Foundational Black Americans. That's going to forever remind English, ex-British, now called white Americans about slavery. So, brother, what you fail to acknowledge that white Americans want to run away from the slavery narrative. So they invited black foreigners over here who don't have that experience, that cannot speak that experience, but can be labeled as us under that experience and then represent that experience. If that make any sense. So
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, watch this. So no Nigerian,
All right.
no Haitian, no Jamaican can speak for slavery in America. Only a foundational Black American, only an American freedman, only a ABOS Black person, Black woman can speak to that experience. Haitians have not experienced it. Jamaicans or Nigerians have not experienced that. They experience colonization. Now, I'm going to ask you this question right here. What is the difference between colonization and slavery, American slavery? Or what's the difference?
Yo, let me say something real quick before I answer that, right? Yo,
Okay,
you made mad points, right? You made
right.
mad points, and I didn't
Right.
have a chance to even respond to any of them or
You
elaborate or
can't. It's just history.
dive in it.
You can't.
When you were talking about, but that's a perspective though. That's coming from Yvette Carnell and them. That's how they
No,
decide to look at the world.
no, that's coming from me. No, wait. Oh, okay. All right. So now
You
let's
brought
take
them
it.
up. You talked about them, but I couldn't address that because you started going into other things. Then you asked me a question.
Okay.
It's like you're trying to teach me, but you don't know where I'm at.
So okay, I do know where you at. You on Coon
No,
Island.
you don't, bro.
But look,
no, you don't.
but look.
I'm on Coon Island for what? What am I on Coon Island for?
Okay, so
For
now
what? Break that down.
So I'm gonna take it one by one now.
Coon Island.
Hey, bro. Okay,
Coon
now
Island. What else say to be on Coon Island?
Okay,
Hey, bro.
Watch this. Can a Nigerian or Jamaican speak about chattel slavery in America more than a Black American?
Bro, more than no, bro. Why would they? Why the fuck would they, bro?
Okay. Wait. Stop. So I asked you a
Why would
question.
they?
Okay, hey brother, listen. So here's the problem. I asked you a question and you asked the question back. You said why. You didn't answer it. You asked the question back.
I said no.
Why.
I said no.
Okay,
I said no, and then I said why would they?
Cool. Okay, so it's just, okay, cool. So now I got the mic back. You said why. You said why would they? You gave me the mic back. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So why would they be now under the term African American if they have not experienced the African American experience, bro? Go.
See, and that's what I wanted to ask. What I've been wanting to ask you. Why don't y'all holler at the white people that said that set all this in motion, like y'all keep saying? They didn't. The Africans didn't make that book. The Africans didn't. You know what I mean?
All right.
Like
All
that's what I'm
right. So
trying to
you just
understand,
ignore.
bro. Like,
Okay, so you just ignored my
nah,
question.
I'm not ignoring it. No, I'm not, because it's
right,
the question is not simple.
What's my
bro,
question?
you said that shit like eight. Yo, hold on. You said that shit like
Hey,
8
bro,
times.
what's my
I
question?
agree with you every time, and you ask me,
What's my question?
why wouldn't they be able to? Why wouldn't a Jamaican or a Nigerian be able to talk about, like, why wouldn't they? Like, no, bro, why wouldn't? That's a fucking simple question, bro. You playing around up
Okay,
here,
so
bro.
answer. So hey, bro. So just
because that's not their history. It's that simple. It's not their history.
Okay.
That's why I asked you. Why would they even?
All right. So hold on.
Come on, man.
Okay, I got it. So far, we're good. So if it's not their history, okay, watch this. So if it's not their history, then why are they able to take on the historical term African American in this country? Go.
Because you being literal. Yo, a cat from Nigeria is not calling himself no African American. He's from Nigeria. Yo, let me tell you this. Let me say this
Hey,
real
bro,
quick.
what
please,
is? No, wait.
Yo, please, can I say this real quick? Please,
Wait.
Please, bro. Can I say this real quick?
Call him one.
Hey, man.
Call him one.
Hey, man.
3 seconds. 3 seconds.
Yes.
When an African American, when a Nigerian or Caribbean black person is filling out an application in America, are they selecting African American or not? Go.
Yes, they are.
Okay, so
yes,
now watch this. Watch this. You just cooked yourself because you just
How,
said,
bro?
Okay, watch this. You're so hyper you can't catch it. You just said that you gotta listen. You just You just said you're listening, but you're not hearing me. You just said the African American experience is for slave descendants exclusively. So then I just said, so why? Okay, so I said, so then why are Nigerians and Jamaicans filling out an application, checking off African American if they don't resonate to our history? That's problem.
What I said. Why don't you holler at the people that's making the application? Y'all never holler at them.
Okay,
y'all holler at the people that got to fill out the application.
Hold on. No, but we are though.
Like, am I right or am I wrong?
Okay.
Because I never hear y'all. Y'all never be going in. Y'all never call no Europeans no tellers, bro.
You don't want
y'all
the
never call no
answer.
Europeans no tellers.
Okay.
Yo,
So no, we. Hey, yo, we did. Okay.
When?
Okay, I got you.
When? Niggas in the chat calling me all kind of tellers. Y'all ain't, you know what I mean?
Hey, bro. Okay, you asked the question. You're still ranting and you're emotional. You got a speedball, bro.
No, that's a cat, bro.
You got a speedball. Yeah, but you won't let me finish. That's the difference between me and you. You don't intimidate me. I intimidate you.
I doubt it, man.
Okay.
You ain't really saying nothing that's really mind-blowing.
Because you're too upper. You need a downer, bro. You need heroin. You need figurative heroin. you need meth. You need crystal meth, figuratively. You need crack. You need a downer. You're too hyper, bro. You gotta mix it. You got a speedball. Okay, you got a speedball. You're too upper. You're hyper.
It's all good.
Your ADHD kicking in.
I want to say, bro, I really ain't trying. I might sound hyper and all that, but I ain't trying to beef or nothing, bro. I ain't trying to disrespect.
No, you're not beefing. Look, bro, you're not beefing. You're not disrespecting. You're not doing nothing negative. I'm pointing out that you're hyper. You have a condition. I believe it's ADHD. And that's brother.
Hey, my bad. I'm listening.
You're doing it now. So I believe you have I'm 47. I'm not 27. I'm not 17. I'm not 37. I'm 47. I've been around for a little while. I'm smart. I'm sociable. I'm a socialist. I get along with black folks, Jamaican, Nigerian, FBA. I don't have a problem getting along with black folks. I have a lot of friends, bro. Check my Facebook. Okay,
Yo, let
you'll
me
see
ask you something
Nigeria.
real quick. Can I ask
Go
you
ahead, go
something?
ahead,
Can I ask you
go
something
ahead,
real quick? My bad. But yo,
go
you
ahead.
don't see the chat going in. Like, what's all this about? Me and you, we ain't even
Bro,
arguing. We ain't even
hey
disagreeing. But
yo,
the chat
okay,
going in on
you're
us.
doing okay. You're
What's up with
breaking
that?
the.
What's
I
up with
got you.
that, bro?
So let me answer. You're breaking the number one rule when you call in. You know what that is?
What? Don't look at the
Don't
chat.
read the chat.
But still, bro,
Ha!
still, they
No, no, no,
know,
no,
they
no,
know,
no, 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 no,
they
no, no,
hear
no.
another black brother on the phone, and they like, oh,
Hey,
yo,
bro. There's no but still.
yeah,
There's no but still.
all right,
Okay, so now, brother, I've been invited to more platforms than you ever can imagine. Okay, so
all right.
I've been invited to so many op platforms. I never read their chat. Okay, when they
I
interview
don't
me,
consider y'all ops though.
okay, no, but you are op.
No?
Okay, no,
Why
you
though?
are though.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. We supposed to be,
No,
I
but
thought it
we're
was Black
okay,
American time.
okay,
I thought I was technically FBA. You see what I'm saying?
okay.
But see how
Yeah.
quick I
No,
get to become a tether? See
no,
how
no, no, no,
quick
no,
they
no,
put
no,
the
no, no,
turn
no.
jacket on people? See
See,
how
look,
quick
you're
that
too.
go? Come on,
Hey,
man.
bro, you're too hyper, bro. You need your speedball. You need your downer, your crack. No, not crack. Crack's upper. You need your heroin, your crystal meth. Listen to me, bro. Do you know who Thomas Sowell is?
Yeah, but I heard of that nut.
Okay, he's FBA, right?
I don't know. You call him that? Maybe.
No,
I thought he was probably West Indian. He probably part West Indian too.
No. He's absolutely FBA. Okay, do you know who Larry Elder is?
Yeah,
Is he FBA?
I guess what you call it. Yeah, Black
Um,
American. Yeah.
okay, so what do you believe? Do you believe he has? Do you believe he has lineage to slavery? Yes or no, Larry Elder?
Larry Elder, yeah. But the thing about it is,
Okay.
bro, how
Wait,
do
wait,
you
no, no,
know
no,
if
no,
they got a
no, no,
Jamaican
wait.
or
Stop,
Haitian in there or
stop.
not?
Stop.
Yeah. All right, all right, all right,
I did not ask you a question to take over. I asked you a question. So
all right,
Larry
all right.
Elder is he ties his lineage to slavery. So brother, what I'm trying
Yes.
to the reason why I asked you that is just because you are actually FBA, it doesn't mean and I got a curse. Chat. I apologize. Hey bro, just because you're FBA doesn't mean I fuck with you. Okay?
But I thought Tethers was the one that was undermining. I ain't
Eh,
undermining nothing. I'm just asking
Okay,
you. I'm just kicking it with you about it.
wait. See, like you did it again. Hey, bro, do you know what a coon is?
The cool man is somebody that be talking crazy and making black people look crazy and talking crazy in the
Yeah,
public.
okay, but a coon has lineage to slavery. Not a, so he cannot. A coon cannot be a tether.
Okay. Okay. So what's worse?
Both. Nigga. Oh,
You know what I'm
both.
saying? You see how I gotta answer the question precisely when you get, you know what I'm saying?
I
What's
told
worse?
you.
Obviously, the coon would be worse. Obviously, the coon would be worse because the tether could get deported. You know what I'm saying? But the coon can pull up to the cookout, right?
Yeah,
The
hell
coon can pull
no.
right up to the cookout
No.
and kiss grandma. How you gonna kick? You can't
Yeah.
kick the coon out the family. What?
You hey
Yeah,
yo.
y'all ain't did
Hey
nothing yet.
yo.
Y'all ain't did
Yeah.
nothing to Jesse Lee.
Hey
Jesse
yo.
Lee be on TV
Hey
doing what he
yo.
want to do.
Hey dude, take your
Charleston
hey yo,
White,
take
they be on
hey
TV doing
yo,
what they
hey
want to
yo,
do.
hey yo, take your riddling, bro.
What up?
Listen, man. Listen to me. Okay.
All
Hey yo,
right,
listen.
all right.
Oh, listen, bro.
Yeah,
A white
yeah,
super
yeah,
listen. This is the
yeah.
FBA stance. This is the Adolf stance. A coon, a tether, and a white supremacist are all the same, my boy. They're no different from each other. They're all the
Wow.
same.
Okay.
Okay, so not wow. You need to understand that when we say coon, when we say tether, when we say white supremacists, there's no hierarchy. They are all ops. We hate all of them. I wish the worst for all of them. I don't wish nothing good for any of them. A tether, a coon, a white supremacist. I hope they all burn.
Yo, you
I
know
hope
why
they
I call
all
Cat?
fail.
You know what? I call Cat because I'm looking at this chat. The only ones they're going in on is the tethers. They don't say nothing about the WSs. Right? Where
Okay.
they at? Where that at? Where that at?
Hey,
Oh
no.
shit, my bad.
Bro.
What about Charleston White?
Okay, wait.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so wait. Stop. You're talking about the chat. I just said the number one
Yeah.
rule. Now look, forget about me.
It's FBA's in the chat, right?
Okay.
FBA's all in the chat, right?
Hey, bro, relax.
Especially
your
Muck.
Hey, bro, take your crystal meth. But relax. Take your downer.
All right. Yeah. Crystal meth is not no downer.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's an upper. I'm sorry. Take your spiritual heroin. Relax. Relax. Take your spiritual Percocet. Okay? Relax. You're too hyper. Yes. What do you want?
I need turkey sauce.
Okay, I'll give you in a second. Okay, bro, relax. Calm down. Woosa.
I feel like you a Caribbean, bro. I feel like you got Caribbean too, bro, for some reason.
Hey, Caribbean?
I don't know what. Yeah, I feel like it's West Indian.
Okay.
In your tone.
Okay. I got you. But here's the problem with that. Are you ready?
Yeah.
My last names, my mother and my father, are American, Black American slave last names. That's your problem. Okay, so chat, listen, chat. Y'all can hold me on this. Wait. Hey, dude, relax. My Facebook name is Ron Harrison, bro. Ain't nothing Caribbean about Ron Harrison. So you're a clown for that statement.
Harrison,
Wait.
Yo, bro, it was the same people having them. It was the English having them plantations down here too, bro. They was moving people around.
Wait.
Come on, bro. You know that. You know that about history.
Wait. I'm trying to follow your logic. Okay, so bro, are you a man of integrity?
Yes.
Okay, so I got 500. So I got $500 for you right now.
Okay.
That I can show my DNA, mother's side, father's side, for you. I got. Will you take that bet? I got 500. I'm FB on both sides.
I'm not betting. I believe you. I believe you, bro. But I just said that it sounds like. It sounds like some Caribbean. I'm just talking, bro.
No. Now look, there's nothing wrong with Caribbeans. I got real Caribbean friends. I'm from New Jersey. I got real Caribbean friends who are not tethers, who are ride or die folks. You dig? They ride or die to the death. So we're not going to act like from you that Caribbean people are the problem. They're not the problem. We love Caribbean family. We love Africa.
I thought they were tethers.
No, because you're a clown. So you need to listen real
tethers,
fast.
Bro.
Yeah, because you're a clown. You need to listen and take your downer. Listen real fast. Listen.
Okay.
We love our. Okay, you gotta listen, bro. I think you might be on some real shit. I'm saying figurative. You might be on some real narcotic. Listen to me talk. We love Africa. We love the Caribbean. We hate tethers. Does that make sense to you?
I'm listening, man. I don't want to respond.
No. I want you to respond. No. I want you to respond. Does that make sense to you when I say we love Africa, we love the Caribbean, we love Haiti, we hate tethers? Does that make sense to you?
I heard you say that shit 6 times, bro.
Okay, but I'm asking you, does that here's the question though. Does that make sense to you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so shut up then. About
that. Nigga, you calling niggas tethers, nigga? What the fuck is a tether? Is it undermining or is it nigga having a different opinion?
No. Hey, yo, you might be a fucking undercover tether, yo. This dude might be
fuck out of here.
Hey, yo, what's that?
Let me find out, nigga. Let me find out. You're not quick thinking enough. I'm the one. You the one that's slow. You calling me fast.
Wait. Slow down. Slow down. What state you live in?
Bro, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, bro.
Oh
That's
shit.
it.
What's your last name? What's your last name?
Fuck out of here.
Hey,
What do you
hey,
need to know my
okay.
last name for?
Okay. Now,
Why?
now watch this. Okay, I got it. So it's my turn now, right? You asked the question.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
chat.
didn't ask a question.
Okay.
I
You
said, why
you
you got to
just
know
said
my last
why.
name?
Okay, hey bro, why is
Yeah.
that's a question, my boy. That's English.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
why?
is it okay, got it. So let me answer now. So be quiet, let me answer. Okay, so chat. On Facebook, I got two different Facebook accounts. One Facebook is Ron Harrison, and I got another Facebook account of Rondell Harrison. So Ron is a short is a nickname or shortcut for my real name, Rondell. But the last name, the surname does not change. So chat, you can find me on Facebook as Rondell Harrison and Ron Harrison. I'm so transparent. I'm FBA.
Yo,
This nigga,
yo,
wait, no,
bro,
no, no,
I don't.
wait.
Hey,
I'm not done. I'm showing something. You guys can dox me. You can look me up. Okay. Ron Harrison is my nickname. My full name is Rondell Harrison. That's my other Facebook name, Rondell. So the reason why I got two Facebook accounts because I don't want internet people to be my friend on Rondell Harrison. I got intimate family photos and discussions, but I don't want you guys privy to. You dig? I want to be private. So I created Ron Harrison for my internet friends. Okay. But in regards to that, my last name doesn't change. It's Harrison. That's an American last name. I can be that
all right.
transparent. Now, my father's side is even worse. My father's side last name is even more slave than Harrison. Now, this nigga don't show no disclosure, no transparency, and even a chat don't isn't that transparency or show that much disclosure. I'm
But
open
why
book.
though? But
Wait.
why should I though? I don't got a YouTube page,
No,
bro.
no,
Like
no,
I'm
no.
just talking to you about. You know what I mean? Why we got to get into all
No,
this? I'm talking to you.
because okay, let me ask the question, and don't cut me
Okay.
off. Because you went there first, you start to question whether I'm a tether or not, and
I
I'm
didn't
saying,
question
bro,
that, bro. I just brought it up. I brought it up,
okay,
and then I
okay,
said,
cool.
it don't matter. Like
Okay,
you know where I'm coming
cool.
from.
All
I
right,
don't
so
care.
relax,
We all
Okay, I got
cousins
it.
as
So
far as I'm concerned. But go ahead. Hey,
okay,
why you gotta
cool.
keep
But
cutting me off for, man?
no,
You
because
keep
bro,
telling me to chill, but you're not chilling.
because it's my turn. It's my turn, and I ask you a question. In between that, you're taking over. What I'm saying is,
All right,
I
man.
don't
My
give a
bad.
fuck. I don't care what you got going on. What I'm demonstrating is you're private. I'm public. I'm giving
Yes.
y'all my name. Okay, relax. Take your downer. I'm giving the chat my full name. I'm FB. I don't give a fuck what y'all docs. Y'all gonna come back with that nigga is FBA. Okay, he ain't a tether on no way, shape, level. You dig? Form. He's FBA. That's what you're gonna. That's what all y'all research is gonna be. That nigga FBA. Okay, so there's no question over here. You and other folks, there's question. But for me, that shit is solved. That shit is resolved. FBA to the bone over here, my boy. And I got my DNA. I got my ancestry.com. I got all my shit. You don't, bro. Do you have your
Okay.
DNA
No,
test
I don't
results?
got none of that. I don't. Yo, you know what
Exactly.
I
So don't
got?
you ever
I
question
don't
it.
know. I don't. But yo, check it. I don't know how to do nothing else but Black American, bro. So I don't. It don't
Nah,
matter to me. I don't.
no.
I'm not friends with nobody.
Bro. That's
You
all
see, y'all niggas
questionable.
be online. Y'all niggas be getting this internet and virtual world mixed up with reality. Like, you know what I
Hey,
mean? It
bro,
don't change
your
nothing for
whole
me.
life is
No matter
yo.
what you call it.
Okay, until
No
you
matter
realize.
what you call it, man.
Okay, so now we see who the real conspiracy theorist is. Until
What
you
you mean?
defer.
Break that
Okay,
down.
I got you. Here, listen. You got to listen now. Until you defer to science about your roots and ancestry, you are questionable. You might be a goddamn tether.
Yeah, bro, my peoples come from down south, and one of
No,
my
no, no,
peoples
no, no,
come
no.
from
We
over
no, no. We
Nigeria.
want no. We want
Well,
to
that's what I
see it.
know. That's what I know. I don't know
I
that.
got, I
You
got you.
want to see it? You
No, no,
fuck with
no.
Tariq Nasheed, man. You want to see my shit? Like, y'all niggas is bugging. Like, come on, nigga. For
Yo,
what?
yo,
What you want to see my shit
yo,
for?
yeah. He
What you
got
want to see my
all
shit for?
the yeah,
What is that going to change? What is that going to
yeah.
change? And y'all,
Well, for
hopefully, yeah, go ahead, man. My bad,
okay.
man.
So
Because
you, I
yo,
got
all
it.
this shit is for no reason.
Okay, so slow
All this
down.
shit is for no
The
reason.
ADHD kicking in. Slow down, bro.
No, it ain't. No, it
It
ain't, man.
okay.
She's
So
making
you asked the
excuses.
question. You asked the question. I'm gonna respond. You said, "What is going to change?" It's going to change those numeric numbers on that fucking check. That's what it's going to change. Okay. If you're not FBA, those numeric digits are going to be 00000. If you're not FBA, if you're FBA, you're going to have some positive digits on that fucking check. So that's what it's going to change. It's going to exclude you from a goddamn settlement or reparations check. That's what it's going to exclude you from, my boy. That
All
really
right. Now,
matters.
just so happened, right? So I marry a lady that all her peoples go straight to the plantation. Like, not she don't got one side that's mixed, right? Or that's
Okay.
part tether, like y'all say, right? So
Got it.
what y'all gonna make it a clause where she can't spend bread with her husband?
No, we're not. She's
So
going to
why does it
have,
matter?
okay. So now, no,
Why you so worried about the
wait,
shit, the
don't ask
possible,
two questions.
the possibility?
Wait. Don't
Yeah,
ask
my
two
bad, bro. My
questions.
bad. You right. You
Yeah,
right. You
don't
right.
ask two
You right. You
questions
right.
because the first question is this. I don't want nobody who's non-FBA getting a fucking check because that's less money for me. So anybody who's non-FBA, you ain't getting shit. So so now let me go to a hypothetical. So if you're
Yeah.
non-FBA, but your wife is, then she's due money. Okay.
Yes.
If she gives you the money, that's her prerogative. If you
Yeah.
start balling, okay. So I'm just answering your question. So if she gives you her entire check, that's her right. So if you got a whole FBA check as a tether, that I don't give a fuck because that's what she did. She forced her check to you. That's none of my business. If that's what makes your family thrive and successful, that's none of my business. My business is I don't want no tethers or white supremacists cosplaying as FBA to get a check taken away from my math, from my addition. I don't want that. I want people to
But
get
then you say they
paid.
gotta prove it.
You have to.
Then you say that. So how the
Hey,
fuck is
bro.
the teller gonna prove that they got lineage, bro? Like,
Hey,
what are they
bro.
gonna make up some fake
Okay.
documents from the
Wait.
1800s or something? Like, come
Bro.
on, man.
Hey, bro. Slow down. You ask the question and then you appeal to emotions. That's some
You know, I
clown
did.
tether
You
shit.
heard what I said.
Okay.
You heard what I
Right.
said, bro. You know that was some
Right.
real shit. You know that was
Okay.
some real logic, science, man. You the
Okay.
science man, and I just hit you with some logic, and now
Yeah. So
you trying to sneak this me.
slow down.
You trying to sneak this me real quick.
First of all, logic ain't science. Logic is math, my boy. You can't fuck with me.
Science ain't
Logic
math,
is
bro. Math ain't science, bro.
no,
Come
it's
on,
not.
man. Like,
No, it's not.
math ain't science, bro. All right.
Hey, dude. Relax, and get educated. Get educated.
All right.
Get educated. Logic isn't fucking science. Logic goes into math, my boy. If you study math, algebra, and higher math, you will come into logic. Science don't teach fucking logic. So you got cooked again.
Right,
fuck on the
man.
science
So you know
guy.
what's crazy, right?
No. I'm not done. Logic
all
and
right, man.
math. Okay, bro. When you study math, you're gonna come across logic. That's in math. Logic is not in science. I just cooked your goofy ass. So you were wrong. No.
Math is a science, bro. Math is a science.
Okay,
Hold on. Math is a science.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Math
Yeah.
is
Okay.
called. Listen, I'm gonna cook you in that. Math is called applied science, bro. That's not science. It's called applied science. Science is biology, physics, and chemistry. Oh, he's quiet. Math,
Y'all hear you?
okay, math is, but I'm freestyling though. I'm winging it. Math is called applied science. Why you got to add applied there? Science is biology, chemistry, and physics. That's science. Math and logics go together. That's math. There's no logic in science. You don't learn logic in science. Okay, so now let's get past
you
that.
cooked me, man.
Of course I did. You can't fuck with me on that. Okay, cool, no problem.
That's what you think. All right, man.
Okay, so
That's what you think. You got it.
no, that's not what I think. Okay. Let me ask you this: you study biology?
Nah, I don't, man.
Okay, so for the folks that do they learn logic?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay.
I don't know.
No. Okay, no. Okay, so cool. So in science, when they learn physics, do they learn logic or chemistry?
I don't know,
they don't.
Bro. I don't know.
No. Okay.
You the science man,
So
right?
relax. Okay. So get the answer, speedball guy. So
I'm
you learn. Okay, I got it. So relax and stay calm. Yo, somebody send this guy a fucking Percocet, man. A 30 mg.
Oh shit.
Yo, somebody send this guy a 30 mg, bro. Hey, bro, when you learn math,
you should be on Shonetta. You should be on Shonetta in them.
Yeah, yes, I did, and I cook niggas on there as well. What's up?
Okay.
What's up?
I don't know. I just thought you sounded familiar.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah,
and guess what? I'm undefeated on Sunday TV. I never take an L. I cook niggas like you there all day long. All right. So
you
now,
be a Hebrew Israelite.
Yes, I did. And I cooked them
How did
too.
I know that?
Okay, and I
How
cooked
you
them
gonna
too.
be FBA and Hebrew?
Okay, now the years
Explain that one.
Okay, I got it. So now relax.
Explain that one, please.
Okay, so you use a past tense word. You said used to be, right? And then I said yes, and then then I said yes, and then you reposition it to be present term word. Nigga, are you stupid? You just use a past tense word. I said yes, and then you use it for the present tense. I'm not an Israelite today, bro. I used to be Nation Islam. I used to be Hebrew Israelite. That's past tense. I haven't been that shit in over 10 years.
My bad, man.
Okay, we're gonna start. Okay,
I don't understand either one.
Okay, no problem. And that's not necessary. But what's necessary is this. If you don't identify as well, no. I can't say that. I gotta say this. In this country, America, if you in this country, America, those who identify as either freedmen, American freedmen, ADOS, FBA, if you're melanated and if you don't identify with FBA, ADOS, and American freedmen, then you need to tap in. You need to tap in. If you don't tap in, may God have mercy on your soul. Okay? If you believe in God, may God have mercy. If you don't believe in God, then hey, man, tap in. Okay? Tap in. So, real, I'll say it again. If you are melanated and you're living in America and you don't identify as ADOS, FBA, or American freedmen, you need to tap in. If you don't tap in, I feel sorry for you. Minister Society, I feel sorry for your mother. Okay? In my Minister Society voice, I feel sorry for your mother. Tap in, because I'll tell you why. because foreigner blacks are small in the numbers. They're like 4 million deep in this country. That's it. FBA's Adolf American freedmen, we are 43 million. We are the voice of Black America, not no goddamn foreigner. So they got to tap in or they'll get smothered out.
So why are you even worried about them? Why are you even bringing them up? That's what I don't get.
Okay,
That's small of a number.
Okay,
they're not having an impact. So why even? Why even come up? Yeah.
Got it. So now, are you familiar? Are you familiar with something called white supremacy?
Yes, bro.
Okay, so white supremacy
I think you believe in that shit.
Okay, it's not a belief; it's a real thing, bro. The KKK, the fucking conservatives, white conservative media.
I don't believe them. I know that shit is real. I don't believe that the motherfuckers is superior though. I don't fucking believe that shit.
Oh, okay,
Sounds like you do though.
Oh, okay. So you don't believe that? Okay. Have you heard of Soul City?
What?
Have you heard of Soul? Have you heard of Soul City?
Soul City?
Yes.
No, I haven't. Soul City.
You my fucking son tonight. You hear me?
Yeah.
You are my fucking son.
Man.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on my son.
Yeah, you get kind of weird, but go ahead.
No. I don't give a fuck what you talking about right now. You're being disrespectful. So you my son. No, because no, fuck you. Because I gotta take it there because you said that white supremacy is a belief. Now I'm gonna prove it's that okay, so you a stupid nigga. So I'm gonna prove it's an actuality. That's why I asked you, have you heard of Soul City? You said no, so shut the fuck up and listen.
Listen, man, you little example. Okay. You act like your little example's proof.
Okay, hey bro, shut up and listen, you dumb nigga, and you'll understand. Just listen. So Soul City was a planned project after the civil rights era. This is 1979, nigga. They were trying to recreate a Black Wall Street. You ever heard of Black Wall Street, nigga?
Yes, bro. Yes, I have. Man.
Okay.
So I got put on to that from your man.
Okay. So shut up and listen now. So, but you never heard of Soul City, right?
Nah, I didn't.
Okay, so has Yvette okay. Oh yeah, I know. That's what I fucking do. Has Yvette or Tone talked about Soul City?
I don't mess with them weirdos, man.
No. I'm asking you, have you ever heard?
How would I know? How would I know if I don't mess with them weirdos?
Okay, so no, nigga. And I know you're tethered, but now watch this. Have Tariq Nasheed ever mentioned
Soul City? Now I'm a tether because I call them weirdos, but you don't mess with them. I call them weirdos, and you defend them. Come on, bro. You see?
Because
you're the smart one. But you're the smart one.
And bro, you're a tether. But let me ask you this. I'm
a tether. Now we got to distance.
I'm moving on, bro. I'm not emotional.
I thought you was teaching me something.
I still am, but I'm moving on. I'm not emotional.
You're not emotional. You're not emotional, but you dissing me for exactly heroes.
Listen, has Tariq Nasheed ever mentioned Soul City?
I don't mess with that dude either, so I don't know.
Okay, so nigga, shut the fuck up then and learn from me then. They never have mentioned Soul City. Okay, so Soul City was a project amongst 13 cities in total. The other 12 cities were white predominantly. Soul City was in Durham, North Carolina. I think no, it was in Durham. It was in North Carolina. The city I forgot. Forgive me, chat. I forgot the city, but it was in North Carolina. It was in North Carolina for sure, the state. Okay, it was a planned city to establish a middle class and Black America. Are you following me?
Yep.
Okay, so they got $14 million from Richard Nixon administration. Right?
Yep.
Okay, so now watch this. White conservative media did a smear campaign to say Soul City was nothing but another separatist Elijah Muhammad type of ideology. Okay, so white conservative media start to do a smear campaign on the project Soul City. Now, Soul City was no different than the other 12 cities that was planned. Now, the other 12 cities, my boy, they are right
Yeah.
now in existence and they are prosperous. They are part of middle class America, and some of them are in New York, and they're prosperous middle class cities. Soul City it's the only city out of the 12, out of the 13, that got negative pushback by white conservative media, where it pressured president at that time, Richard Nixon, to back off the project and defund it. Defund it. So he reneged on the promise. He reneged on what he supposed to contribute to, right? It was supposed to be uplifting Black folks and create a Black middle class. They reneged due to white conservative. They reneged to white conservative media propaganda. Okay, you got that?
Okay. Yep. Yep.
So they defunded the project. So they stopped adding money to it. They stopped building the infrastructure, and it just obviously ultimately collapsed. And it fell on its own head. So as a result, the 12 cities, the white cities, became prosperous, and they're still standing right now in 2025 as middle class, prosperous cities. The Black one collapsed, and it fell apart. It's like a ghetto, some shit now. Okay, so that's an example of white people coming against a Black initiative because of fear of backlash, fear of propaganda that's like clearly biased, clearly racial, but they fell to the pressure. The president fell to the pressure of conservative media, and ultimately defunded and sabotaged the planned Black middle class city. So, bro, how do you explain that? The government with conservative media collapsed a planned Black city, but left the 12 white cities unscathed to be successful and prosperous. Go.
I don't know how to explain that. There's a lot going on, but I need more information. I mean, you were saying, I said that, I don't believe normal math. You said this is you was going to give me an example of why it is, but that's
Okay,
kind of a lot. That's not a clarity. Hold on, bro. That's not, bro. You just went on and
go,
on.
Go,
and
just go.
You expect me to summarize it that quick.
Hey, just go. Don't. Hey, the bottom line. The bottom line is this. The bottom line is this.
Yes.
If you're smart and educated, you'll say unbiased Ron. Never heard of that. Let me go research that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm going to go research that right now and then come back to you and break it down within a minute or 30 seconds.
No.
Going to jump right in.
Hey, bro. I never said. Hey, bro. That's your insecurity, tether, inabilities. I'm saying.
Bro, that's what just happened. That's what just happened.
Hey, bro.
I started to talk about it, and you said, yo.
No. I never. Hey, bro. I'm saying. Listen, what I'm saying, bro. I'm live almost every night. I'm saying go research it. Go research Soul City, and then come back and let's have that conversation.
All right. I got you. That's a good. I never heard that before. It's interesting.